Okay, guys, let's get into Joe Biden's plan real quick. Yeah, it's kind of changed. So since he announced, I've been working. Sorry, had a long day yesterday. Didn't get back until 10:45 at night. It was a very, very long day. Today's been long too. I had a bunch of stuff to do. Anyway, Joe Biden wants to spend $2 trillion on infrastructure and jobs. These four charts show the money and where it goes. Okay, so let's get into it as fast as we can. So transportation infrastructure, 621 billion. And let's break that down. Electric vehicles, including a network of 500,000 EV stations, 174 billion. Now, private or not, are they public? Are they private? So who's going to benefit? Are these grants? Or are these just going to be funny money thrown at them? We got to figure this out. All this needs to be looked into to see if this is going to private industry for no return. If we're just going to hand it to them. If it's a payback, that's fine. But let's not just hand a federal bunch of money grant they don't have to ever pay back. That's their private entities, global corporations, global investors, global everything. You know, there's no private or no local in a sense when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Amtrak's repair backlog, 80 billion. Okay, that's a lot of money. Modernizing bridges, highways, roads, and main streets that are in most critical need of repair, $115 billion. Infrastructure resiliency to withstand climate-related disasters, $50 billion, a lot of money. Telling you, miscellaneous pet projects, $25 billion. Just saying, $25 billion. Just stupid amount of money. Upgrading airports, $25 billion. Again, you know, throwing more money at the airports. We got to figure out. You're like trying to cut carbon emissions, but airplanes are one of the biggest emitters there is. Just saying. Anyway, improved road safety, 20 billion. Okay, so what is that? State, county, federal roads, federal highways. What's going on with that? Modernizing public transit. So doubling the federal funding, 85 billion. Again, is this going to cut the price of public transportation down, or are we just going to just cram this down the people's throats, you know? Anyway, so this is kind of weird. 20 billion connect neighborhoods historically cut off by investments. 20 billion connect neighborhoods historically cut off from investment. What I don't. I can come up with names too. I mean, just fine. Inland waterways, coastal ports, land ports of entry, and ferries, 17 billion. Okay, the next bill is quality of life at home, $650 billion, guys. This is huge. That's over $500 billion. Retrofit more than 2 million homes and commercial properties. Retrofit. How retrofit for $213 billion? They're going to retrofit 2 million homes and commercial properties. What is it? Retrofit? I got to figure this out. What is retrofit? Yeah. So it's to preserve and retrofit more than 2 million affordable homes and commercial buildings. This includes the construction of rehabilitation of 500,000 homes for low and middle income owners. An additional 111 billion will go toward clean drinking water. Yeah, so a bunch of inner city places are going to renovate so people can move into them for low income. Let me just let me put that. That's $213 billion. I don't get it. Okay. Upgrade child care facilities in high need areas, $25 billion. So are these private or are these public again? Are they paying the money back? Are we just going to make it so we upgrade for free? Hey, private business guy that's been running kind of crappy, we're just going to give you $25 billion. So clean energy sustainability accelerator, $27 billion. Yeah, VA hospitals and clinics get 18 billion out of all that. Plug. Okay, so plug orphan oil and gas wells and clean up abandoned mines. $16 billion. Federal building modernization, 10 billion. New workers in public lands and waters, $10 billion. Huge, huge, huge. So this is the next. This there's very little explained in this. So 400 billion is going towards caregivers for elderly and people with disabilities. Biden wants to pump 400 billion improvements to improve access to quality, affordable home and community-based care for the elderly and people with disabilities. So is this going to be that they don't have to, it's a community-based home they can go into, or is this going to be that they're going to get money to go stay at home? Is this going to pay for the nurses, the home health care people? That's kind of the issue. It would expand Medicaid program to make more services available to eliminate a blockage and prevent thousands from getting care. Sorry, guys. The dogs. I'm telling you, I'm just allergic to dogs. Come down here. The dogs are in the next room. They spend a lot of time in there. It's just killing me. Anyway, so that's probably going to go more towards Medicaid type deals. It also boost pay for care workers, so they get 12 an hour. So if it's going to be a community based or public or at home, where they're going to come to whoever they work for, typically you find out who they work for, and is it going to be a Medicaid thing? It's going to give these caregivers more than $12 an hour. As long as they go to private care facilities, they get free money to pay their employees. Probably a good thing. Yeah. And that's that. Research, development, manufacturing, domestic manufacturer supply. So this is going to be another $300 billion, billion with a B. Domestic manufacturers supporting rural manufacturing and clean energy. 52 billion. What does that even mean? Supporting clean energy. So rural manufacturing and clean energy. I don't get it. That's 52 billion bucks thrown down the tubes, I guess. American workers, development and infrastructure and work protection. Don't know what that is. 48 billion. Upgrade research infrastructure in laboratories. 40 billion. Who's paying for this? Who's it going to? Is it federal? Is it state? Is it public? The private entity. Technology addressing the climate crisis. 35 billion. You can't fight it, so I don't know what you're going to do. I guess to invest $35 billion to see what it is. I've been saying climate crisis forever. New office to monitor domestic industrial capacity. $50 billion is going towards that. Okay. Support clean energy manufacturing. 46 billion. Hey, you know what? I support it. I got a number I'll write down. You just give me, one of the $1 billion to support clean energy manufacturing. $46 billion. I don't know. You just throw it out there, people. Okay, here you go. Programs for R&D for small businesses, 31 billion. 10 regional innovation hubs, 20 billion. National Science Foundation for New Technologies, 50 billion. Private or public? I don't know. Dislocated workers program is only going to get 40 billion. So you think of all that. So all the dislocated workers, if they have a problem, they lose their job over oil or the new technologies, there's only 40 billion going towards that. Preventing future pandemics, 30 billion. Others, no idea what that is, 28 billion. R&D at UBCB, 10 billion. Okay, so take that for what it is. I don't know. It still take a lot of digging, lots of digging. So let's get on to Fauci is warning us to give the vaccine more time. Don't pull back too fast. By the end of summer, he says that it will be under control if we keep the vaccines going. Okay, he's just saying that. So let's just get that out of the way. Utah jobs claims rise for the third straight week. Wonder why. COVID, 487 people test positive, 3 deaths. I personally know people that tested positive today. Yeah, for sure. Love the way the tests are, but they've tested positive. Leverkin man sentenced for extortion of a teen, threatened her to put nude photos of her on the internet. Crazy. Johnson did fully. Johnson & Johnson didn't fully get their system ready when they did their manufacturing. Their facilities are not actually up to date. They're in trouble. Pfizer said their vaccine is good for 6 months against the South African strain. They in one lab they do 70 million doses. Pfizer's the one to go for. We'll go with that. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Hope you guys have a great night. I'll talk to you later.